as you said to start the molecular basis of inheritance. So I'm going to start this chapter with you. We have done the biotechnological portion. Now we are on the chapter molecular basis, revising it again. Okay, so molecular basis. See, as the research started till 1940, since the research started till 1940, it was considered that protein is the genetic material. Protein was considered to be the genetic material. But till 1480, they were in this conception that protein is the genetic material, and it is the protein which is inherited from one generation to another and is responsible for the heredity. But later on it was disqualified just for one reason. Later on it was disqualified, and the reason for disqualification, later on it was disqualified, and the reason was for its disqualification was that it could not replicate or it could not duplicate. Anything you can write? It could not duplicate. So because of this reason, it was disqualified as a genetic material. But till 1940, this was considered as a genetic material, that fine, protein is a genetic material. Then there was another scientist in the year 1869, and the name of the scientist was Friedrich Mischer. 1869, there was a scientist, Friedrich F-R-I-D, F-R-I-D-R-I-C-H, Friedrich Mischer, M-E-I rather, M-E-I-S-C-H-E-R. Friedrich Mischer was one of the scientists, one of the researchers who found out, who discovered DNA. And from where did he discover the DNA? He discovered the DNA in pus cells. Pus cells, he discovered DNA, but he didn't call them DNA, he called them nuclein, N-U-C-L-E-I-N. This Friedrich Mischer called it nuclein, and he found this out in the pus cells. Then there was another researcher, his name was Willmann Johansson. He gave the word gene. He was the one who gave the word gene. Then there was Altman in the year 1889 gave the term DNA or nucleic acid. Gave the term DNA or nucleic acid. This he did in 1889. So this was about the historical background of the gene, the DNA, what happened. Okay, now before we start with this, something we will revise of 11th class, the two terms nucleoside and nucleotide. There are two terms, nucleoside and nucleotide. What is a nucleoside and what is a nucleotide? Where does it differ? Just for one thing it differs, and what is that one thing in which it differs? Nucleoside and nucleotide. So when we say nucleoside, what is it? And when we say nucleotide, what is it? Anybody can answer this question. What is nucleoside and what is nucleotide? Yes? How do we differentiate a nucleoside and a nucleotide? Yes, beta. What is nucleoside and what is nucleotide? What is nucleoside lacking and what does nucleotide has extra? Nucleoside, sugar plus base pair. Suksaj is saying yes, yes. And what is nucleotide? Yes, nucleotide. Nucleotide is sugar plus base pair plus phosphorus. Yes. So nucleoside is only sugar plus BP base pair. whereas nucleotide is sugar plus base pair plus phosphorus. This is nucleotide. Now we use a word for DNA, and that word is polynucleotide. We use the word polynucleotide chain. We say that DNA is a polynucleotide chain. Now, what is this poly? Poly means many, nucleotide is this. Many nucleotides which are connected to each other. So, if we consider this is, suppose I make a nucleotide with a square, that means what is DNA? What is DNA? It is polynucleotide. That means one nucleotide connected with another nucleotide, connected with another nucleotide, connected with another nucleotide, and thus what is formed? A DNA is formed. So this is polynucleotide. What do we use this word again and again? Polynucleotide. Now that means many nucleotides when they are connected. Now there are bonds in DNA. The various parts, various components of DNA are connected to each other by different bonds. There is linkage between sugar and base pair. There is linkage between this phosphorus and sugar. Sugar and on both the sides, I mean, we will talk about this. I'll make the picture and show you this. And there is linkage between base pair and base pair. So there are different bonds which connect these. There is a bond which connects this. There is a bond which connects this. There is a bond which connects this. Now, see, when many nucleotides they attach, they form a DNA. And there was a pair of scientists which in the year 1953 gave the double helical model of DNA, and that was Watson and Crick. See, this name is very popular. Watson and Crick. This is like Mendel. This is also the basis of genetics. So it was Watson and Crick who gave the model of DNA in the year 1953, and they gave a double helical model of DNA. So how did they make? They make it like this. They make it like this. They said it is DNA is a double helical model, and both the strands they go anti-parallel. That means if one is 5 prime, the end of this will be 3 prime, and if this is 3 prime, the end of this will be 5 prime. And the winding is a right-handed fashion. It is on the right hand. So this is what this model was given by this pair of scientists, which is Watson and Crick. Okay, and along with this, you know, for this they got the Nobel Prize. Now here, there are how many nucleotides? See, number of nucleotide is fixed for every species. Like when we say there is a bacteriophage 5, 1 into 174. This has about a bacteriophage the number of nucleotides present in this is 5386. 5386 number of nucleotides are present. Same way, another bacteriophage which is lambda. The lambda bacteriophage, it has about 48,502 base pairs. 48,502 base pairs. When we take E. coli has the fixed number of base pair, that is 4.6 into 10 raised to power 6. 4.6 into 10 raised to power 6 base pairs it has got. Okay. Now here when we say the haploid content of human DNA, haploid content of human DNA has about 3.3 into 10 raised to power 9 base pairs. Human haploid content. (3.3 into 10 raised to power 9 base pairs. 10 raised to power 9 base pair, and if you take diploid content, diploid will be double of that. That means 6.6 into 10 raised to power 9 base pairs. So these are the number of base pairs which are present in different organisms. So children, today we connected late. No problem. So I think now is your next class. So I'll end the meeting.